Most men make the same mistake. They try to unlock a woman's desire by going straight for the physical. Touch, compliments, innuendo. But the truth is, her deepest fantasies don't start with your hands. They start in her mind. See, the women who become obsessed with you aren't the ones you touch too soon. They're the ones you make imagine what could happen, but never say it. You don't flirt. You create space. Space for her curiosity to run wild. You let silence stretch. You give subtle looks that ask questions without ever speaking them. And you carry yourself like a man who knows the power of restraint. Because real seduction isn't about what you do, it's about what you don't do, and how that makes her mind fill in the blanks with you. She starts to wonder about you, not because you told her anything, but because you didn't. You gave her no details, no stories to hold on to, no background to analyze, and that's what hooks her. While other men overshare, trying to seem real or open, you hold back. You answer with calm confidence. No nerves, no rush. You listen more than you speak, and when you do talk, your voice is low and steady, like a man with nothing to prove. She doesn't get to label you. She doesn't get to predict you. And that uncertainty, it pulls at her, because fantasy is born in the unknown, and you're the mystery she can't solve. Most guys think to spark attraction, they need to say something clever, or drop a flirty line, or bring up intimacy, even subtly. But the truth is, her imagination is 10 times more powerful than anything you can say. And a smart man knows how to feed that imagination without ever crossing the line. You don't talk about your past lovers. You don't hint at your skills. You never even flirt the way others do. Instead, you make her feel something. You walk with quiet power, like a man who knows exactly who he is. You don't fill silences. You own them. You make direct eye contact, and then look away slowly. Not because you're shy, because you're in control. Every move is intentional, every gesture calm, every smile subtle and fleeting, as if it hides something she'll never quite understand. And when she lies in bed at night, it's not your words she'll replay. It's that silence, that glance, that calm confidence, and the way she still doesn't know what you were really thinking. If you're enjoying this and want more insights like this, consider subscribing. It really helps us keep this quality coming your way. It's in the contrast, the tension between presence and distance. You're here, but not too here. You're interested, but not chasing. You see her, but you don't give her all your attention. And that drives her insane. Because women don't just crave validation, they crave mystery. And when you stay one step out of reach, her mind starts to fill in the blanks, usually with fantasies more powerful than anything real. When she shares a detail about her day, you don't react like every other guy, wide-eyed and overeager. You just nod slowly, like you already saw it coming, like you know her better than she knows herself. You leave pauses in your speech, not awkward gaps, but charged, deliberate silences that force her to lean in. And when she finally breaks the silence with a laugh, a smile, a question, that's not her being friendly. That's her chasing the tension you've created. You see, her imagination is your strongest ally, and most men destroy it without even knowing. They overshare. They try to connect by dumping their life stories, hoping that being vulnerable will build attraction. But a stoic man, he does the opposite. He gives her just enough. A glance that lingers a moment too long. A half smile when she expects a compliment. A sentence that trails off, intentionally left unfinished. Because what's left unsaid is often more powerful than what's spoken. While other men try to prove themselves with status, stories, or humor, you create pull by saying less and meaning more. She starts to wonder, what is he thinking? Does he want me? Why is he so hard to read? And every time she asks herself those questions, she's falling deeper into the fantasy, one you carefully build without ever mentioning anything physical. The fantasy you spark in her isn't about you taking control, it's about you creating space for her mind to run wild. Because when you don't lay it all out, she starts to write the story herself, and that's where real desire is born. You wear confidence like armor, but you don't use it to dominate. You use it to hold steady, unshaken, unbothered, a man she can't decode. And that mystery? It makes every little moment electric. You brush past her lightly, not by accident, but not fully intentional either, just enough to leave her wondering if it meant something. You lean in, then pause. You let silence thicken the air, letting her heart do the talking. You're not teasing for attention. You're not playing games. You're simply showing her a version of you that doesn't need to chase, because the world bends toward the man who knows exactly who he is and keeps a little of that to himself. The deeper her mind dives into you, the more her emotions follow. But here's the trick most men miss. Fantasy isn't about what you do, it's about what you don't. You don't overshare, you don't fill the silence with small talk, you don't chase her approval. Instead, you leave gaps, little mysteries in your words, in your gaze, in your presence. She'll start watching your every move, replaying small gestures in her mind, wondering if there was something more behind that smile, that pause, that look. This is how you pull her in, not with noise, but with stillness. You make her feel like she's the one unveiling you, layer by layer, secret by secret. And with every unanswered question, you become the man who doesn't just visit her thoughts, you haunt them. Because in a world full of men who explain too much, you become the one man who speaks volumes by saying almost nothing at all. You've now become a story inside her head, a question mark with a heartbeat, a man she can't quite solve, and that unsolved mystery is what keeps her coming back. She starts imagining scenarios, creating meanings, filling in the blanks with her own desires. You didn't need to seduce her with words. You didn't need to make a move. You simply let her mind do the work. And that's the secret. The deepest fantasies are the ones she creates herself, about you. This is the Stoic path: stillness, strength, subtlety, and the rare power to stir obsession without ever trying to impress. Remember, a man of true presence doesn't force attraction. He creates space and lets her step into it. Now let's hear from you. What's something subtle a man can do that drives women wild without them realizing why? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insight might just unlock the next level for someone. And if this resonated, subscribe for more Stoic insights that change the game.